está presente, pero necesita que por favor usted entienda que entonces usted va a renunciar a tener un abogado porque usted va a aceptar el cargo, el caso, el trato que le hicieron. ¿Entiende?
Sí.
Sí. Yes, she understands, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna have you do that again once we get on the record. You're gonna I'm gonna swear you in, you can interpret. Okay?
Thank you. Sí.
All right, now calling the people versus Maria Vilma Bonella, ticket number P1440441. Count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 3, driver's license never acquired. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the interpreter.
Empezamos con este es el caso de la ciudad de Detroit contra la señora María Bonilla, número de caso SP 144-0441, 2 y 3, no tener registro, no tener seguro y manejar con una licencia y nunca haber obtenido una licencia. Por favor, digan su nombre para que conste en el acta, comenzando con intérprete. Your Honor, my name is Emma Hernandez. I'm an SCAO qualified Spanish interpreter.
And will you raise your right hand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Hatcher, your name for the record?
Amari Hatcher, appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for trial. It is now 11:02 a.m. We have no officer present. We ask that all matters be dismissed.
Su comparecencia, por favor, para que conste en el acta, su señoría Amari Hatcher, representando a la señora Bonilla. Hoy es el día y la hora establecido para el juicio y debido a que el oficial no está presentado, nosotros pedimos que el caso sea dejado caer, sea desestimado.
I'm not sure which one of you are giving us bad feedback, but ask her to mute her phone.
Señora Bonilla, por favor, se está oyendo mucha bulla. Okay, le van a poner su micrófono en silencio para que no se oiga la bulla.
She's muted. We did it from our end. I apologize. I should have just done that. Okay, so the court has verified that Officer Bajan has not checked in either virtually or in person.
La corte ha verificado que el oficial Jamie Bajan no se ha conectado con la corte ni vía Zoom ni en persona.
This matter was set for 8:30 trial. It is now 11:03 a.m. Therefore, the matter will be dismissed without prejudice.
Este caso fue llamado para presentarse a las 8:35. Son ahora las 11:03. Por lo tanto, la corte va a dejar caer el caso sin prejuicio. Va a desestimar la causa sin prejuicio.
Without prejudice does mean that the people can bring this matter back if they so choose to refile the case.
Y el dejar caer la causa sin prejuicio quiere decir que en cualquier momento la fiscalía, si así lo considera, puede volver a traer los mismos cargos, el caso otra vez de vuelta puede volver a cargar los casos.
She's free to go. You both are free to go.
Señora, ella se puede desconectar, está libre, se puede desconectar. Y yo también.
Yes.
Did Officer Shabazz check in by chance?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
He's just not in the courtroom.
Ok, se puede desconectar, señora, gracias. Ok, Your Honor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, thanks.
Now calling the people versus Yolanda Brooks, ticket number U656072231, one count of violations of firearms ordinance. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher, appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Yolanda Brooks.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for trial. It's now 11:05 a.m. We do not have an officer present. We ask that all matters be dismissed.
The court has verified that Officer Hopkins or no officer or any other officer has checked in on this matter. Therefore, the matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Brooks, just make sure that you're following the firearm ordinance whenever you're using or carrying your firearm, ma'am.
Thank you so very much. Can I ask when it will be or?
Oh, It will go into the system within the next 24 hours.
Okay,
As a-
and will I receive it back or?
You won't receive anything if you want to come down to the court to pick up. Oh, wait, are we talking about your gun?
Yep,
Oh, you need to contact the precinct for that.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Just know though that they can refile the case.
Okay, sir. I mean, ma'am, I'm just so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're
And it was
fine. I mean,
reckless.
you're fine. I'm sure, mistakes do happen. I don't know what the facts are, and I don't want you to tell me anything about the case in case it does get refiled. But I
Okay.
do understand that mistakes happen. You just have to be more cautious in the future. I'm just letting you know that when you reach out about the gun, they do still have the option of refiling the case. And Ms. Hatcher, if you want to stick around to talk to her further, she can explain to you how long you have before they
Okay.
can refile the case.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so very much.
Welcome. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you, and you too.
Around and ask Ms. Hatcher questions about being able to get your gun back.
Yes, just go ahead and mute again and
We're gonna put you back into a breakout room, but she's gonna finish all of the cases that she has before she comes into the breakout room.
okay, so I'll just wait then?
Yes, please. You're gonna
Okay.
be placed into that same breakout room by yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want me to bring anybody else in or you want to call?
I was actually calling it and didn't realize that I was on mute. Now I'm calling the people versus LaShawn Eve Myrie Burton, ticket number P1451628. One count of failure to have a CPO license in possession. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
LaShawn Burton.
Ms. Burton, I think you started your video, but it's not, it went black. And I did see you early. Okay, you can start it again.
Okay.
Today is the date and time set for trial. Ms. Hatcher, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I believe it's set for pre-trial today, but Miss Burton did provide a valid CPO card that is active as of today and at the time that she was pulled over by police.
Okay, and it was active on April 13, 2023, correct?
Yes, it ranges from 2/18/22 and it expires 2/24/26.
Okay. So the court is going to adopt the people's recommendation and dismiss this matter without prejudice. Ms. Burton, just make sure that you have that in possession with you anytime you have your firearm in possession, okay?
Yes,
You're free to go, ma'am. This matter is dismissed.
thank you.
You can bring anyone out that's ready.
Okay.
Are we ready with the officers so we can let them go?
Oh, yeah.
Attorneys?
Yes, everything is ready. So, I mean, if you want to close all the rooms, it's fine, or however you want to
Well,
do
we
it.
gotta talk, you gotta talk to.
Oh, that one lady.
What one lady? Amy.
I mean.
I'll go in because they seem like they don't understand the except.
And we let all the officers go though?
Yeah, everyone is taking a plea.
Okay. You're doing.
Okay, Mr. Beatty, I need everyone to put their phones on mute. That's *6 to mute, and then it's *6 to unmute once we call your case.
I gotta put on mute.
Yes, please. I'm moving the officers. Or at least I'm trying. If they come in, that's on them.
Put your phones on mute, please, until your case is called.
How did Amy get back in here?
Everybody come out.
I thought you said she had to talk to someone.
She said everybody was ready.
That's
That's what she just said.
I know, and then you said you gotta talk to that one, and she
No, I
said, yeah.
was talking about, what's her name?
Not Amy, okay,
Not Amy.
okay. Officer Green, Officer Hopt, Officer Lunguski, and if there are any other officers that I may have missed, all of your matters have been resolved at this point. They are all taking pleas. You are welcome to stay and make a record. I don't require you to, but if that is your practice, you are welcome to stay. Otherwise, you are free to leave.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You and your staff have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
I need for everyone else to put their phones on mute, please. We're hearing a lot of background noise. I need everyone to put their phones on mute.
Even if you're on a phone. Sergeant Carson, I don't know if you heard. Oh, never mind. All right.
Why don't you call Ms. Beasley first? She's pleading to blockading.
Okay. Is that Tina?
Yes, Tina.
Got it. Now calling the people versus Tina Louise Beasley, ticket number P1441301, one count of failure to display. How is she pleading to blockading?
She got a red light.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. One count of failure to display a valid operator's license not on person, ticket number P1441165, one count of disregarding red signal. Please state your appearance for the record.
Mari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record.
Tina Beasley.
Your Honor, we do have a recommendation for Ms. Beasley to plead responsible to blockading. She would like to avail herself of that offer.
And what are we doing with her no operator's license?
That's being dismissed. She has a valid driver's license.
Can you check it? One moment, because we don't have, I don't think we have, did you already ask for an SOS on this one?
I did ask earlier this morning.
Yeah. We didn't write it down.
I only got Ms. Banks and somebody else you asked me.
Give me one moment to just verify the driver's license on Ms. Beasley, because we did not do that one.
Okay, I may be mistaken. I know the prosecutor spoke to her officer and that's the plea that he recommended. So I assume that they pulled it.
It's probably correct.
Well, it was failure to display, so she probably does have it. Okay, she does in fact have a valid driver's license, therefore, the failure to display will be dismissed. And Ms. Beasley, that was your understanding of the plea to blockading, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Stipulate the four corners of the ticket, Ms. Hatcher,
So stipulated.
and you stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal.
So stipulated.
The court is going to enter a responsible plea for blockading on behalf of Ms. Beasley, assessing fines and fees of $175. Ms. Beasley, can you pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
I would need 30 days.
Okay, it's gonna be due on August 18th. If it's not paid on August 18th, you do need to appear back here on this Zoom at 8:30, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Any other, Ms. Brooks is free to go. Oh, no. Ms. Brooks has questions. I'm sorry. And is it okay for me to just go now based on, what happened to
Sure.
LaPortia Banks?
You can call whomever.
Okay, but what happened to LaPortia Banks?
I don't know. She never was in a breakout room when I came back.
Is this the one that kept going out?
Yeah, she came in. and
Do
then she
her in
left.
person. Make her in person. All right, now calling the people versus Luis Alberto Becerra Ramirez, ticket number P 1454229, one count of driver's license expired. Ticket number P 1454228, one count of violation of basic speed law. Please state your appearance for the record.
Mari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record. Please
Luis
state your
Becerra.
name.
Today is the date and time. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Ramirez, will you please restate your name for the record for the court reporter to hear you clearly?
Luis Alberto Becerra Ramírez.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Ms. Hatcher?
Your Honor, the prosecution has offered the defendant to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a motor vehicle under a 3-month delayed sentence. With respect to the no operator's license offense, the other count will be dismissed.
Is that your understanding of the plea, Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
You had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Hatcher in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your rights?
Yeah.
Did you understand your rights?
Yeah.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea?
No, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Excuse me?
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
I swear.
You can put your hand down, turning your attention to April 27, 2023. Were you driving a 2010 GMC?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you driving in the area of Livernois and Pickford in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, sir?
If I be in contact with him, no.
Were you pulled over on that day?
Yes.
One moment, please. And when asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so? Thank you.
No.
Satisfied, counselor?
Satisfied.
Stipulates probable cause on the dismissal.
So stipulated.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Becerra Ramirez for allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, placing him on a 3-month delayed sentence, which means, Mr. Becerra, that you are not to have any further contact with police, no further tickets, and this matter will be dismissed in 3 months if you will, or if you're in compliance. You must also pay the fines and fees of $220, sir, by that date. You'll, let me tell you what the date is. I apologize. 3 months
Okay.
is October 18th, 2023. You have to appear back here at 8:30 in the morning. And as stated, as long as you've made the $220 payment and you have no further contact with police, no further tickets, and no other contact, the court will dismiss this matter.
Okay. You paid the ticket?
I'm sorry?
You paid the ticket on October 18th?
$220.
Oh, 220.
And then come back here on October 18th at 8:30.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And don't have any other contact with the police.
Judge,
No.
can you just state that one more time? So you want him to pay the fines and costs by when?
By October 18th.
Okay, so he just needs to pay it by the end of the 3-month delayed sentence.
Yes, I mean, it's no need for him to pay it
Yeah,
before.
do you understand, sir?
Yes.
So you're,
One question. And I need to come back on October 18th to this court again?
Correct.
yes, for her to close this out, but you need to have your fines and costs paid at least before the day before, so it's in the system.
October 18th. Okay, thank you.
My suggestion is for you to come in person if you can and get put on a payment plan so that you can ensure that it's paid by October.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't wait until the day before and then something happens where you can't pay it, because then it's gonna remain on your record, sir.
No, I want.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you so much. All set?
You're all set.
Thank you.
Now calling the people versus Amy Elizabeth Bongiorno, ticket number
Bongiorno.
Bongiorno, thank you. Ticket number SP 118-10051. One moment. This is not showing me anything. Driving while license suspended, ticket number SP 118-10052, supplying false information and or ID to a police officer. Please state your appearance for the record.
Mari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Amy Bongiorno.
Your Honor, the prosecution has offered for her to plead to supplying the false information count. The other count will be dismissed.
Is that your understanding of the plea agreement, Ms. Bongiorno?
Yes, it is.
And you talked to Ms. Hatcher in the breakout room. She advised you of your rights?
Yes.
You understood your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
Nope.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear, or you swear or affirm, you don't do both. I swear or affirm
I swear
that the testimony I give today will be the truth and the entire truth.
the testimony I give today will be the truth and the entire truth.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to April 27, 2021. Were you driving in the area of Somerset and Casino in the city of Detroit?
I believe, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly where the streets were, but yes.
Were you in the city of
I know
Detroit?
Somerset. Yes.
And were you driving a 2008 Mercury?
Yes.
And did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
And when asked to produce a valid driver's license, did you submit false information or false ID to the police officer?
Yes, I did.
Satisfied, counselor?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause on dismissal.
So stipulated.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Bongiorno for the supplying false information to a police officer, assessing fines and fees in this matter of $250. Ms. Bongiorno, can you pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
I'd ask SSI, is there a way I could pay, 60 days so I could pay half and half?
Okay,
I only
what I
get
would like you-
9
do you have transportation to come to the court?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'll give you the 60 days, but it must be paid by September 18th. I won't give any extensions. If it's not paid by September 18th, you do need to come back on this same Zoom at 8:30 that morning, ma'am.
Well, it'll be paid before then. Now, how do I pay it? Can I just do it online or?
Yes, you can go to 36districtcourt.org and pay it, or you can find a list of kiosks or DivDat machines in your area that you can walk up to
What's your name?
like a kiosk to pay it in your neighborhood as well.
Yeah, I'll just use online. Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
And we're on the record.
Yep, bye-bye.
Back on the record. Stop the record, but hold on. Just hold on. What's your number?
Now calling the people versus Darius James Bird, ticket number SP 2510, count 21 to 25 miles per hour over the posted speed, count 2, no proof of insurance, ticket number P1442519, drove while license not valid or improper license. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Darius James Bird.
Sir, you have to remove your hat.
What'd you say?
Your Honor.
You
we
need
do
to
have-
remove your hat.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Hatcher.
Your Honor, we do have a recommendation for Mr. Byrd to plead to limited access 1/5. The other count will be dismissed.
The other 2 counts?
I only had 2 counts on the docket sheet. Was it another count?
There's 3. There's 3 on the docket. I was reading from the docket and they are under Shabazz. One was license, no license, one was no insurance, and one was the 21 to 25 over. Does he have a valid driver's license now, Madam Clerk?
Yes, ma'am.
One moment, sir. I got time to call another one. I'm gonna recall his matter though. It's I don't have Sharnita Bird. I'm gonna call in the meanwhile, I'm gonna call Sharnita Aisha Bird, the people versus Sharnita Aisha Bird, ticket number Z80876311, one count of operating while intoxicated. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, ma'am.
Anita Aisha Bird.
Your Honor, we do have a recommendation for her to plead to operating while visibly impaired. She would like to avail herself of that offer.
That's your understanding of the plea agreement, Ms. Bird.
Yes.
You had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Hatcher in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your rights?
Yes.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm that the testimony you give today. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
Okay, give me one moment, please. You can put your hand down though. Wanted to read them, but I can't. Okay, turning your attention, ma'am, to September 19th, 2022. Were you driving a 2016 Dodge?
Yes. Yes.
And were you driving in the area of Michigan Avenue and Washington in the city of Detroit?
I know it was downtown. Yes.
You were driving in the city of Detroit though?
Yes. Yes. It was in the city of Detroit.
And
I just drove the streets.
did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, ma'am?
Yes.
Had you been drinking on that day? Had you consumed any alcohol on that day?
Yes.
And would you say that your driving was you were operating the vehicle vehicle while visibly impaired to an officer?
Yes.
The alcohol caused you to be visibly impaired?
Yes.
Satisfied, counselor?
Satisfied.
And there are no others to be dismissed. This is just the one matter, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on your behalf. Ms. Byrd, I'm going to set a sentencing date of August 18th, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. Your bond will be continued. If you weren't given conditions of a bond, I am going to give you the conditions of your bond is to not have any further police contact. You are not to be drinking while driving for certain. Do you have a valid driver's license?
It was an issue warrant from my arrest, so they suspended my license, and I never knew. On the paper that I have, the address is incorrect, so I never received anything in the mail saying that I had to have appear in court.
She had appeared in court and still never-
No,
No.
they suspended it because she didn't appear.
Okay. So the court is going to set aside the warrant today if it hasn't already been set aside. But the warrant is going to be set aside today and you should be able to pay a reinstatement fee. No? Why not? No, but what about- Okay, well, we're going to, I guess I was just,
No.
I was trying to
Just
see if
have
you
to
could get your license back beforehand, but you have to resolve this matter before your license will be reinstated. So
Okay.
there's no driving for you at all in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll see you back here on August 18th. I do need you to send your phone number in a chat to my clerk so that we can get you set up for a pre-sentencing report that will be done by the Department of Probation. And then once I get the report back, we'll see you on August 8th at 8:30 to do your sentencing.
Okay.
Sent you the chat. Send me your new address too. You said that wasn't your right address. Send me the right address too in the chat.
Okay, so I can just leave out and it'll be right.
No, you have to respond to that chat though, before you leave. You see the chat on your phone, on your device?
No.
You sent it to me already. Okay, down at the bottom, what are you using, a phone or a computer?
A phone.
Okay, at the bottom of your phone, you should see a chat button and it should have a little red number 1 in it. Click on there.
Okay.
If you want, you can turn your camera off at this point so you can maneuver on your phone the way that you want to. Pick up your phone, turn your camera off. And then do you see the chat button?
Yes.
Okay, respond to that chat with your phone number and your address. And then you're free to go. And then what happened with Darius first? Okay. Now recalling the matter of Darius James Byrd, ticket number P1442510, 21 to 25 miles over the posted speed, no proof of insurance, count 2, and also ticket number P1442519, 1 count of drove while license not valid or improper license. The court did verify that Mr. Byrd does have a valid driver's license. Therefore, the valid driver's license will be part of the plea to be dismissed. And Mr. Byrd, it is your understanding that you are pleading responsible to the 1 to 5 over the posted speed with limited access?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, all other matters will be dismissed in exchange. So therefore, the court is going to adopt the people's recommendation, enter a responsible plea on your behalf for the 1 to 5 over limited access, and dismiss the no proof of insurance on the same ticket, as well as dismissing the drove while license not valid ticket number ending in 2519. For the 1 to 5 over limited access, court is going to assess fines and fees of $125. Are you able to pay that within the next 2 weeks, or do you need 30 days?
Could you give me 2 weeks? Or I'll take the 30 days. I'm gonna try to pay it before then though.
Okay, as long as it's paid by August 18th, you don't need to appear back in court, but if it's not paid by August 18th, you need to appear back here on the same Zoom at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
All right, you too.
Now calling the people versus Tyree Bowling Brown. Ticket number P14347741, one count of discharging a firearm. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Bowling Brown.
Your Honor.
Mr. I'm sorry, will you restate your name for the record for it to be clear on this?
Yes, ma'am. Tyree Bowling Brown.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we do have a recommendation for this matter to be held under a 6-month delayed sentence. I have discussed this with the defendant and he wants to avail himself of this offer.
Are there any conditions? Does he need to revisit any classes or pursuant to the prosecutor?
He wants him to take the gun safety class.
Okay. And this is a 6-month delay?
6-month delay.
Was he provided the information for the gun safety class?
He was not.
Okay, in the meantime, Mr. Bowling Brown, is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes.
And you had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Hatcher in the breakout room. Did she advise you of your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down, turning your attention to March 14, 2023. Were you in the area of Eatonboro and Pembroke in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you in possession of a firearm on that day, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you discharge your firearm lawfully on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Or unlawful, I'm sorry, unlawfully. Did you discharge the firearm unlawfully on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Satisfied, counselor?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bowling Brown for the discharging firearm, placing you on a 6-month delayed sentence. You must complete the gun and safety class. I should be able to provide. Oh, if you look in your chat, the clerk has already provided you with information on how to complete that course or who to contact to complete that course. You will come back here in front of me on January 18th, as long as you completed the course and have had no further contact with police, no further ticket, the matter will be dismissed. You are also going to be assessed fines and fees of $250. That will be due at that time as well. As long as you are in full compliance, we will dismiss this matter, sir. Do you have any questions?
So basically, just pay the $250 and take the gun safety class, and then
And stay out of trouble.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see you on, what's your return date?
January 18th.
All right. We'll see you January 18th at 8:30.
All righty. See you then.
Have a good day.
You too.
I do not have BD's letter. Which person is this? Jaquan?
Yes, 5 minutes.
Five.
One he just owes me.
Is it on another page? I'm on the
I'm sorry. I'm looking. It's the one he owes already on.
348.
I wrote it on.
That's what I
Oh, you
wrote on the
wrote.
last ticket.
Yeah.
Is it still 348 that you owe?
He said we did.
He said what? Now calling the people versus Jaquan Martez Billups Clark, ticket number P11583550. One count of drove while license not valid or improper license. One count of no insurance misdemeanor. Ticket number P1456152. One count of driving while license suspended. And one count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record.
Jaquan Lewis Clark.
So, Ms. Hatcher, today's the date and time set for review on ticket number ending in 8350. We will proceed with that matter first. There's an outstanding balance of $348. He was here on May 12th. He was here on May 12th, and I set this matter for review. I believe I gave you an extension to pay it by June 12th. Mr. Billups has not made any payments. Mr. Billups.
Yes, ma'am.
You were ordered to pay over a year ago under a different judge. It has been an entire year and you haven't made one payment?
One payment for no, I don't think that's true. I had went to the court to get a warrant lifted for one of those. That was last year. This year was I think this was a different ticket.
It's the same ticket I wrote on the back of it when you were before me in May. So I'm going to give you 1 week to come down and make payment arrangements on this ticket. And you may as well make the payment arrangements on the next matter as well. So you have until July 25th to enter into a payment agreement.
Okay.
And if you haven't entered into a payment agreement by then, you do need to appear back here on the same Zoom for yet another hearing. I promise you, you don't want to come back. Not for something that's been going on for a year. Ms. Hatcher, the second ticket number was 6152, and today is the date and time set for, I believe, trial in that matter.
Yes, Your Honor, there were 3 matters set for trial today. 2 of the matters, we did not have an officer present, so we asked that those 2 counts be dismissed, and the prosecution has offered
It's
one
only
count
one.
of failure to display.
It was one where the officer didn't appear. The other two, the officer did appear.
Okay, well, he was offered
You're
one
thinking
count
about
of
his
failure
brother. You're thinking
failure
about the
to
brother.
display.
Who is this Javon or Jaquan?
This Jaquan.
This Jaquan.
One, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 matters in total for him. Two of them you said, oh, wait.
No, she probably thinking of the brother too. She said two was with no officer.
Oh, okay.
But two, the officer did show.
That's
one
what I was
is-
trying to tell you. Like,
His
the
officer
one you
showed
talking
on
about
both.
last year.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about last year.
One
Sir,
of his
please
officers
wait,
did
wait.
not show up, so I don't have the list because he was.
No, we found it.
I
We
think
have
the
it.
No, give me one moment because I.
I need you to call this number so you can add them to my stuff real quick. Well, I'm gonna call them when I get off over here. Put the number in your phone.
Okay, I am very clear now about what we're doing. Ms. Hatcher, so ticket number ending in 3621, the driver's license suspension ticket, that officer did not appear. And then ticket number ending in 6152, count 1 and 2, that officer did appear, and that was for driver's license suspension and no insurance. What's your pleasure?
He's been offered a plea of failure to display. The other count will be dismissed. He would like to avail himself of that offer.
Okay.
I'll be right with you shortly, okay?
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry,
Mr.
y'all.
Phillips.
I'm sorry if y'all hear something in the background. I took my my newborn to his first doctor's office.
Mr. Phillips,
Huh?
you're gonna continue to drive after you haven't paid what you were supposed to pay from last year, and you're going to continue to drive on a suspended license?
Honestly, I don't know like what I had got a ticket, but I don't know which ticket you talking about.
Were
Because
you
I
driving
already-
on a suspended license?
Yes.
All right. Did you have an opportunity to talk to Ms. Hatcher in the breakout room and she advised you of your rights?
Yes. I believe
Did
so.
you
Yes.
understand your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to April 28th, 2023. Were you driving a 2018 red Chevy?
Yes.
And were you driving in the area of Brush Street and Mechanic in the city of Detroit?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you come in contact with the Detroit Police Department on that day, sir?
That's when look, he pulled me over right when I was going into the district court. So it was like, yes.
But you were driving without a license, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so don't act like he was doing something wrong. If you're already on your way to court, you probably should be a little bit more cautious. But when asked to produce a valid driver's license, were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause on the dismissal?
So stipulated.
In addition to that, you're driving with no insurance. So you're no license, no insurance. You get into an accident and you're at fault, then the other person is just gonna be SOL. Is that right, sir?
Yes, but I did have insurance. If I showed that I had insurance, then what then? What happened then? Cause I had insurance that day.
Nothing is gonna happen because you're driving without a license. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It
okay.
really wouldn't matter.
Okay.
So anywho, I am going to assess fines. I'm actually gonna enter a guilty plea on your behalf for the failure to display, dismissing the no insurance misdemeanor, assessing fines and fees in this matter of $250, in addition to the $348 that you still owe. Again, you are to be in this court in person at the cashier's desk to make payment arrangements by 7/25. That's July 25th. If you haven't done that, you do need to appear back here in court on that date at 8:30.
Okay.
And stop driving until you get your license back.
All right.
Have a good day. Now calling the people versus Ian Carrington Nicholas Beatty, ticket number P 1456818. Count 1 expired plates, count 2 no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record.
Amari Hatcher appearing on behalf of the defendant. Please state your name for the record.
Ian Beatty.
Your Honor,
Go ahead.
Mr. Beatty would like to plead to the offer that was presented to him, which is 1 count expired plates, all other matters to be dismissed.
Okay, one moment. Is that your understanding of the plea, Mr. Beatty? You'd like to avail yourself of the offer to plead responsible to the civil infraction of expired plates while we dismiss the misdemeanor?
Yes.
Court is going to accept your plea of responsible to expired plates, dismissing the no insurance misdemeanor, assessing fines and fees of $145 for expired plates. Do you need 14 days or 30 days to pay that $145?
You said how long?
Can you pay it within 14 days or do you need 30 days?
No, I can pay it in 14 days.
Okay, you have until August 1st to pay $145. If you don't pay it by August 1st, you do need to appear back here on the same Zoom.
Okay.
You are free to go. The other matter is being dismissed without prejudice.
So I won't have no points on my license or everything? I'm good, just pay the 145?
Now, I can't tell you how many, in terms of this matter today, no, you will not have any points on your license with the civil infraction of expired plates and dismissing the no insurance misdemeanor. There's no points involved. Now, whether or not you have points on your license in general, that I cannot answer. You have to contact the Secretary of State.
No, I don't have any points. I just got my license back like a year and a half ago, so I just want to make sure I don't have any points on there, that's all.
Okay. So you have until August 1st. Again, if you haven't paid it by August 1st, appear back on this Zoom at 8:30, sir.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hatcher, do we have anyone else in the breakout room?
Yes, let me go speak to her really quick.
That's the one she just
Dang.
had, she just had questions about.
Oh, okay.
So we can go off YouTube.